Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome to my new Let's Play. I've been wanting to play this game for you guys for a while now, and it's finally got to a point where I'm actually getting around to it. So in last week I finished off Sword of the Stars 2, and I was thinking about taking a little bit longer, but you know what? I feel like recording today, and nothing is better suited than starting off a new Let's Play. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's another turn-based strategy game. I know, another turn-based strategy game. How original. But this one's a little bit different. This one, I will have to say it's, as far as gameplay, as far as the mechanics, it's a lot better than Sword of the Stars 2. Don't get me wrong, I love Sword of the Stars. But Sword of the Stars 2 was kind of a semi-broken game, not fully fixed, not fully polished. And this game is. This game is still being updated. It's been out for a little while. I don't even remember who got me onto this game. I don't even remember, so I can't really say. So I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of this. Hopefully we'll have a good time. So if anyone is not familiar, and I actually did not play the original, so I can't say that much for the original one, but I have been playing sort of Endless Space 2 for a while now. I've been having a blast playing it. So let's go ahead and start off a new game. And I'm really debating. I have two choices I really much care for, but we'll go through the races. So we have Sophons, which are these guys. The Sophons are a curious, peace-loving race whose highest ideals are found in scientific knowledge and technological advancement. Keen to explore and understand the mysteries of the cosmos, they believe that the universe is something to intellectually master. Although pacifists in outlook and despite frail bodies not used to violence, Sophons can construct vessels of devastating offensive capabilities. Then we have the Cravers, which I really don't know if I really want to play with. Cravers, created by the Endless, which is a essentially master race before, and that's kind of the whole point, is to find the master race. Created by the Endless from an insectoid life form, the Cravers are, in the purest sense, hunter-gatherers who would never have independently evolved to systems and infrastructure needed to raise crops or domesticate animals. Their life cycle is based on consumption. As such, they are capable of digesting any form of plant or animal matter. As their homeworld is close to being consumed, they must leave in search of further nourishment, for if they do not continue to expand, discover, exploit new worlds, their society will eat itself to death. Feeding the hive is their all-consuming purpose. The notion of treaty, trade, and peace do not exist. So, in essence, the Cravers are essentially the hivers / the Zools. Their worlds will start to degrade and to a point where what it normally would be able to produce, such as food, science, etc., it degrades to a point where it no longer really does it that well, so they have to constantly expand. Then we have the Lumerous, which is essentially the trading company. All they care about is trade. Lumerous are a society that revolves around trade, economic deals, economic growth, and doing business. Expansion and acquisition are the bywords of their culture, and as an amphibious people, they are prepared to make money in the environment. Their society organized around a series of families that have traditionally run different parts of the economy, and the balance of power and negotiations between the families is what drives progress or blocks it. Then we have the Vodiani, which is, I think, essentially the religious race. Victims of a classic cycle of over-industrialization Vodiani were saved by technology culled from ruins of the virtual Endless. These precursors quickly gained an aura of divinity in the eyes of Vodiani and are now worshipped as gods. Clothed in their great black suits or borrowed technology, Vodiani leaders pilot their great arcs across the star lanes, seeking other peoples to convert, control, and consume. Surprise there. Then we have the humans, of course. The empire is theoretically under the control of a central monarchy. However, the rate of expansion means that the society cannot be ruled that way effectively. In fact, the systems of the colonial diaspora are colonized by designated corporations who work hand in hand with the Ministry of Investment and Development. Ministry of Security is involved as well due to the need for native and or alien pacification, security forces, defense, and surveillance. Then we have these guys, Horatio. I don't like Horatios. They're not that interesting. Incredibly wealthy and only slightly less deranged, Horatio are trillionaire who left to discover his own star cluster, finding a planet sprinkled with labs of ancient cloning technology left by the endless. The boredom soon drove Horatio to create a race of allies, servants, and slaves who are every bit as gorgeous as the most beautiful person in the universe, Horatio. Once the planet was repopulated, and Horatio the First had only to look up and regard the stars and realize how much more beautiful they too would be if they were filled with Horatios. The rest, as they say, is history. Then we have Riftborn, which are essentially robots. Hailing from the alternate dimension ornithological to the endless universe, the Riftborn would have happily led out their abstract, timeless existence, entirely ignorant of galactic strife, were it not for a breach that precipitated a disaster of unimaginable proportion. Like a poison blade stashed deep into the clean flesh, the rift acted as a source of terrible disorder in the Riftborn's pristine geometrical universe. Desperate, unable to halt the disease's advance no matter what they tried, the Riftborn took the last available course of action that might lead to their survival. Together with their strange time-shifting abilities, they stepped into the endless universe. Now, there are two additional races that I can't actually play because well, I don't have the DLC. So there are the Vultures and the Hissil. Probably mispronouncing it, but now I am actually going to go ahead and show you guys what race I'm actually planning on playing. I'm going to play the trees. I'm going to play as the trees. These are essentially the pacifists in the game. The Unfallen have only ever known their homeworld of Koyasil, preferring to peaceably study what is near rather than discover what is far. They were content with a slow development that they referred to the long sleep, the period from their rise to sentience to the modern era. The modern era was rudely thrust upon them by a galactic skirmish in the skies above and the debris it rained upon their planet. Seeing fire fall from the skies and viewing the violence of the other races firsthand changed their image of their role in the galaxy. Having an intimate relationship with fire as both fire that destroys and fire that renews, they view themselves as the guardians of peace and harmony in a galaxy that seems to be badly in need of both. Yep, everyone, I am gonna play the peace-loving trees. I'm gonna play the Ents. So, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, as always, we'll be green because, I mean, we're trees. What else would we play? So, let's go change this over. I've set all the other races. They should be set. Let's go ahead and set up the game. Let's see, competitors 8. Let's see, that's right. I don't know how I want to do this. Normal game takes about 300 turns. We'll probably just do that. Game difficulty normal. Pirates difficulty normal as well. We have unique randoms, we have minor civilizations which we can absorb into our empire. We have their difficulty, global turn timer, don't need that. Good there. Just seeing if there's actually anything else we need to do. Victory conditions is actually what I need to figure out. So how do I want to do this? So I have conquests available. Okay, well, let's actually start off with this. Score victory, I don't care. Score victory doesn't matter. Supremacy victory, bring all the major factions' home systems under your control. I don't know if I want to do that. Then we have conquest victory, bring a certain percentage of star systems under your control. Ooh, I don't know what exactly or how I'm gonna go about this. Science victory, economic victory, and then wonder victory. I'm probably gonna do the conquest victory. Yeah. I think that might be okay. Okay, so we do have the option to set up our Galaxy. I have ovoid. Old galaxy whose arms have disappeared, forming a stretch of elliptical galaxy. This is like a flattened disk galaxy. Or I could do a spiral. I might do a spiral. Let's see. We have few, we have unique. Guess we'll do few. Let's do large. Galaxy density. That looks good. We'll do normal. We'll do low. Let's try and see if there's anything else I really need. Standard. Yep, that looks good. That's goods. Gonna keep it fairly standard. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and start this game. Here we go. Also, can I say, they did a really fantastic job. I love this. I love this image. It's so cool and beautiful looking. And yes, I know, I'm playing as the Ents. I'm playing as trees, the peace-loving trees. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's play, that's for sure.
Ignorant of other worlds, of other races, we slumbered for ages. We were even ignorant of ourselves. For we knew fire as rebirth, renewal, life, not as death, from above as from below. The carnage of the flames terrified us, but the heart soothed us, and we thought long about what we must do. For this new fire also awoke things inside us. Talents, truths, and a desire to heal the galaxy. Everything begins with fire. But we will not let everything end with fire.
An eternity of peace has been shattered by the arrival of violent alien species upon the world of Koyasil. The people called the Unfallen have been shocked out of their ages of slumber, and their treasured ideals of harmony and unity are being challenged. You are the voice of this contemplative and powerful people. Now that your curiosity and fear has been awakened, you must leave the whispers of the world heart, venture into the galaxy, and impose harmony upon the stars. Everything begins with fire, but you cannot let it end with fire.
I love this. The intro is just amazing. I love watching that intro. Alright, so we have officially begun our game. Now this is very similar in a lot of ways to a lot of turn-based strategy. I would say similar to Civilization 5, etc. And once again, beautiful graphics. Just absolutely beautiful. Alright, so starting off, we have these tabs up here. We have our Empire Summary. Basically shows everything within your empire, all the different planets, what they're producing, their content, their approval. You have food, you have production, you have money, science, and then influence. Influence is going to play crucial in negotiating. And the Unfallen are really good at being very pacifist. They're really good at kind of forcing peace on other races. Up here, then we have our government. There are elections within the game. We actually have ability to set laws. For example, we have super act tax. Now, I will go ahead and talk about this right now. I am not going to be an expert at this game. I'm still learning it myself. And hopefully I want to beat it with you guys along. So this gives us +3 per population on planets, -20 approval rating. We have Cram, gives us +3 science, -2, +20, -10. I will probably get this. Let's go ahead and enact that. Probably a little bit too early. Now we have different parties within our Senate at the moment. We have 2 pacifists and 1 ecologist. Pacifists are probably going to be what pretty much is reigning supreme, and then we do have a hero that is part of the pacifist group. And also, listen to this music. This music, love it. So this will come on later on, and then we also have our population. Then of course we have our economics, which we can't really do anything about. This will prove beneficial later. And this is our tech tree. This tech tree is quite massive. So if you look down here, you can see like this tech offers colonizing and Mediterranean. This will prove beneficial, and I did not mean to click that button. Let's see, what do I want to even try to go for? Let's go for that. Now you can actually set up a queue in essence. I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Oh, apparently I can only do 3. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get that science going, which is good. Then we have our military. And I actually did not know this, but this button right here actually allows you to get like tanks. My previous attempt was just with only infantry, and it didn't work out so well. You can upgrade them using money. Like this gives you +20 infantry health on the Empire, stuff like that. You can ship design. We'll be looking at this as times go by. Our fleet list. Here we have our wonderful hero, which we can upgrade, but I don't think we can do anything at the moment. We have quest and events, which we haven't done, and we don't have any other parties at the moment. Okay, so that was a quick look at that. Money, population, our military, and then our empire influence. And once again, really, really beautiful looking. Like you can get really super close to this, and just absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely love it. So there are curiosities on planets, as you can see. Like for this one, there are life forms, which we can actually look at. I'm going to actually hold off. Let's go ahead and get production on drone network. Maybe that. Maybe that. Go ahead and get that go. Oh, no. Actually, I changed my mind. Lord. Let's actually go ahead and get some vine ships built up. Alright, let's actually go ahead and talk about the ships. Because the Unfallen are a little bit different from, I guess, many other different races. For them to expand, they have to send out these vine ships, which I'm actually doing right now. These vine ships are designed to essentially entangle a system with vines, and once the system is fully entangled, it will mean that you can actually send colonizers to go colonize. Normally other races require normal standard colonizers as per as usual, but with them they have to use the vines to actually send forth, and you can entangle systems owned by other empires. And when you entangle them with other systems empires, and we found blue cup mold, this has +60 science on system, nice. When you entangle other systems controlled, other players' systems, you actually influence them. And there are other nasty surprises on planets that are normally hidden from other empires, but the Unfallen can see. Alright, cool. Actually kind of left him. Well, that was unfortunate. Alright, let's go ahead and begin turn. Yeah, I forgot you there. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and begin turn. And fortunately, you can actually see when I'm playing this. 2:20 in the afternoon, which is amusing. Now, I don't know how long this first episode is gonna go. We'll get it going a little bit because very beginning it's very, standardly slow. Nothing too surprising there. But we'll try to get going as quickly as possible. Let's see. I can actually colonize this. Population's not particularly quick, as you will probably find out. Now, on most worlds, and it just depends, certain worlds have them and do not have them, but we do have Guardians. Guardians are hidden from other races. They provide 200 damage done to attackers during ground battles. They give +5 approval. They have 20 influence if the owner is friendly with the faction, and -20 influence if they are enemies of our faction. So they are useful, and they can show up in unexpected places. And good lord, is this gonna be how it is? Very long and narrow. Was not expecting this. Keep playing. We'll see how things go. Okay, we finally met our first world. Ooh, a Dyson sphere. That is nice. A couple decent sized worlds, some that are colonizable. Now on each planet there are objects, anomalies that you can find, and you have to use these questionnaire ships to observe these. So let's go ahead and drop some. Expedition successful. We found a reserve of Eden incense. This gives us +2 science, +1, +30 influence, and we found a guardian. See, guardians are quite pretty much everywhere. I'm gonna keep sending him outward, I think. Okay, let's see. New electric tree discovered. And as I have mentioned, obviously, this game is very similar to a lot of ways to Civilization. So if you play Civilization, you should be pretty much accustomed to this. And so begin our solo quests. This is another aspect of the game. You do have these solo quests, similar to a lot of what turn-based strategy games do. We woke ages ago. The first of us came to life fully conscious, as if from the day to the next, the dawn changed us. We did not worry ourselves with this, however, for ages we simply grew and thought and listened. Listening to the heart and learning about our world, Koyasil. We sunk our roots deep into the soil and see what lay beneath. We gazed at the stars and tracked their passages across the sky. Why seek anything? What more is required of life? Then these others came, bringing their conflicts and their violence, driving us into self-doubt and confusion. To ask where did you come from is a brief step away from asking, and where did we come from? We hear the murmurs of the heart. It soothes us. It speaks to us certainty and strength. But the old reassurance are no longer enough. They fade with the old vision of the universe. It seems we are one small clod of dirt in an unthinkably vast galaxy, and now we must raise up our limbs and shake out our roots and seek and look beyond Koyosil. So, we have two different objectives. We have possess 2 anomalies in your empire, and grow, possess 3 new star systems. This rewards us 60 red sang, which gives us +60 food, and then actually I think a random technology might be better, so we'll do this. Some Unfallen insist that we must grasp the new sciences, the new ways to understand ourselves. Thirds become ships, and ships explore. So, the Unfallen are different, very different from many of the other races. For example, they have a very different life cycle. Let's actually go ahead and do this. This is implanting a beacon. We'll summon a vine from the adjacent entwined system. The vine ship must stay in position until the vine reaches the system. This will take 15 turns to finish. The more vine ships you have in your fleet, the quicker this will actually go by. So this is beneficial. That's why I actually was going to build a couple vine ships to help this out, just make us expand a little bit quicker. Let's see, did you find anything here? No, but that is actually colonizable, which is nice. Alright, we'll go ahead and keep going. And let's see. Ooh, we finished production. Good. Drone network. This increases our food and our production, which is going to be beneficial. Actually, we're going to produce a vine ship until, 12 turns. All right. One other little thing about the questionnaires is you do have the ability to launch probes. These probes can be launched in a direction, such as this. And they will continue in that direction for 5 turns. They will keep exploring until they run out of essentially time, I guess essentially fuel. And another Dyson sphere. Interesting. So this can actually help you explore very quickly, but it does waste the probe and does mean you have to wait a little bit longer before you can actually explore these curiosities. So that is something you do have to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and continue sending him out. Just so I can... Oh, I should have probably added him to the fleet. Oh, do I want to send him back? Kinda. Good lord, we're so far away. Alright, I'm gonna send him back. I know, probably... I should have done this the first time. I just was not thinking at all. But, oh well. Alright, so, new population is growing. Good. Once again, very beginning of this is going to be very, very slow, as per usual. Oh, but we did get metallurgy. Very nice. Gives us improved system in the Hyperium. Let's see, what are we currently... I think we're looking at economics. Yes, we are. Getting that. Let's see, what do we want? Ooh, that would be nice. Can I not click that? Oh, I already have that technology. Oh! My word, I already have that technology. That was kind of foolish of me. I feel like we probably need to get at least some form of weapons. Just to be on the safe side. Let's see. Let's do that. Okay, just get that going. And just quickly try to plow through these first early turns. Now, I don't know how long normally the episodes are going to be. They may vary in length. I might be doing 30 minutes again. So I just think 30 minutes is a good kind of time window. If you guys want shorter, just let me know. Or better yet, let me know what you guys think. And let me know what you guys want to see, and I could very easily do that. Alright, let's go ahead, continue onward. You can see the vines actually starting to grow out. This will get longer and longer as it progresses. Really cool. Really cool. I really like the endless. Yeah, they're definitely a lot more passive. A lot more passive. Yes, yes, I'm coming to get you. Probably, yeah, I regret. I probably should have grabbed him the first time. Good, new population. It's growing very quickly. Let's see. Let's go ahead, assign him as our hero. And our hero will actually have its own ship, which we can actually design. And, oh crap, we got pirates, don't we? Yeah, pirates are a thing. They're kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest. Alright, keep expanding. We should actually... How far away are we till we... 7 turns. Oh, wow. That's gonna take a little bit. We don't have any ships yet at the moment. Let's actually look at this. We only have the questionnaire, which is exploratory ship. Doesn't have a lot of weapons. Let's actually look at it. Let's actually go ahead and show this off. So I'm actually kind of curious. So it has a probe. It has 1 basic high eye slugs. And the fighting system is a little bit different. We'll get into it once we actually fight. But over here on the right hand side, you can see the health. You can see the manpower, the movement speed, and the command points. Down here we have both the offensive and defensive of the ship. This is split into projectile weapons and energy weapons and defense, etc. with that. And this will slide over depending on what you have on your ships. You're going to have, you know, a projectile weapon and an energy weapon, then it would split in half, etc. Down here we can see the accuracy of the ship. It's primarily a close range ship. That's where it will work best. 85% versus 10. Kind of obvious there. And then over here we have the different hull sizes, the roll, the speed. So, yeah, fairly standard. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to change it right now. Really no point to. And then we have battle tactics. We'll talk about this when we actually get to it. Alright, so doing that looks good. Let's go ahead and turn. Once again, very slow start. I mean, it's kind of a turn-based strategy norm. Slow starts, but it will get going, trust me. In this series, it will get going with no problem. And yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this pirate base. Of course, it's right in our way too, which is severely annoying. Alright, another population. Wow, we're growing quickly, which is actually very amusing. I really need to try to colonize this. Now, up here, you can see this little red bar. This red bar is essentially overpopulation. It accrues penalties if any population is under this red bar, i.e. Discontent, stuff like that. So you have to be careful about that. And there's other population situations we have to keep in mind. So we'll get there. We'll get there. It's gonna be a long game. Ooh, wow, really? Latest survey, and this is a political survey, is no surprise the pacifist party is in the lead. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Now, as a commander, I guess. Oh, good. We actually got a vine ship. Let's actually go ahead and send this guy out. And we have pirates incoming. That's not good. Let's hopefully we can get in the system. No, we can't. Having pirates this early is not beneficial, especially due to the fact that I don't have any real ships to fight. Let's see, competitive quest. I'm not going to read this all because this is going to take me a while. Backtrack the path of heroes by exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities. You get Empire Dust, I guess is technically the credits in this game. It's Empire Dust. Or Dust. 60 influence and 30 Hyperion.
The
Okay.
Vajani and our church acknowledge you.
Oh crap, we actually met the Vajani. I think that's actually who that is, isn't it? Yep, it totally is. Alright. So they're just gonna continue exploring. Okay, let's go ahead and show off the diplomacy. So at the moment, you can see that we currently can only see Vajani at the moment. We're currently at a state of Cold War. Not really peaceful, but not really hostile. This will change depending on their opinion. And as usual, it's very similar to a lot of diplomacy and other turn-based strategy. You can declare war, peace. Now we have a special ability. This is force peace. This essentially puts us on their good side and be peaceful. So we're gonna do that.
We were unsure if you were trustworthy, but you have certainly answered that question.
So now we're at peace. This is kind of the whole Unfallen thing. That's pretty much what they're good for. They're really good at making peace. And that's, I'm hoping, going to be a good series. We'll see. I thought about doing the other race, but Unfallen I really thought were unique and different, and very different to what I normally play as. Alright, let's see if we can get to the system. Go ahead and turn. I really want to at least expand here as quickly as possible. We should actually almost have that system. Alright, Space Wars. I really don't think we'd be all that good with it, to be perfectly honest. I'm just gonna continue exploring on. I really don't think we're able or at a point to actually do this. Let's see. We discovered the planet Tiona, the origin planet of the strange race known as the Bagba. Oh my god, these names are distributed artificial intelligence whose calculations are done by random movement of rocks and stones, even grains of sand on this atoll planet. The warming and cooling of natural ocean currents, coupled with the tidal ships and weather planets into giant computer capable of reason and reflection. The very existence of this planet has caused heated arguments among philosophers and clerics of all stripes, and it is clearly either the work of a supreme being or irrefutable evidence that one cannot exist. Interesting. Actually, where was that at? Was it here? Yep. It's actually that one right there. But we'll get to it. Hopefully won't have any issues. My word, we are reading like rabbits. Alright. Also, how is our planet doing? Our planet's all the way back here. Alright, almost done with the other vine ship. I probably really need to get this. Go get that as well. So, I should also mention that all these right here, all these upgrades, affect the entire planets in the system. So it's a system-wide benefit. So keep that in mind. It's not just for one planet, it's going to be for the entire system. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue expanding. I'm probably going to continue until we at least vine this first world. I'm surprised I actually was able to go that far. And there we are, Entwined Oshi. Very nice. I love this. Alright, so with that, we can actually send to colonize this monsoon world. I love this. This image is just really cool. They did really such a fantastic job. Eden instance, average deposit, Hyperion, load food, weak, low, and low. It's alright. But at least we have a population here. And we'll go ahead and begin production. Now, one other thing is different worlds are better at, you know, certain stuff. Like, for example, these aren't really that beneficial. Barren worlds and cold ice worlds are very good for science. So it really depends. Like temperate, let's see, doesn't really say. Try to remember what temperate is. I think it's more of a just food production. I might be wrong on that. All right. With that, we have colonized the system colonized on Oshi. Nice. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end this off. I do apologize. Like I said, I understand it's a very slow start, but it will pick up. I promise. So thank you guys so much for joining in. Hopefully you have enjoyed the first episode in this series. With that, thanks guys for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.